Welcome to part 2 of Big Bend National Park. If you missed part 1, we actually went over here. There is a huge gap, which is called Santa Elena Canyon, which was probably the highlight of our trip. It is incredible. So if you haven't seen part 1, go watch that now. This morning, it's actually a little warmer than it was yesterday. In part 1, it was cold, but this morning it's nice and warm, and it's supposed to get up to 70 today, so that'll be nice. When people think Big Bend, they think 110 degrees, but we're here in January, so it's not 110, but it's gonna get up to 70, so that'll be nice. Our spot where we slept last night is outside of the park. There's actually a little riding stables over here. You can't really tell in the sun. What you can see here is that we're basically just in a big gravel lot. It looks like there was an old building of some sort here, and it could have been what is now right here, which looks like just a little shack. It's the visitor information center for Big Bend. We're just outside the park. We're about to head in the park, but before we get into that, let's introduce ourselves.
Good morning, guys.
What up, my peeps?
I'm Sarah, this is John Lee, and if you guys are new here, we are traveling through all 50 U.S. states in our self-converted Ram ProMaster camper van. We travel full-time, bringing you guys weekly van life content. And today, we are on day 2, part 2 of our Big Bend National Park road trip.
So as we announced in part 1, we do have a Patreon now. So head over to Patreon and become a member of the Caravan. For only $5 a month, you'll get exclusive content of extended cuts of our YouTube videos, plus locations that aren't featured in our YouTube videos, and some videos of us being a little more personal, just answering your questions and telling you about ourselves. Also, you will get a shout out in our YouTube videos for signing up and becoming a member of the Caravan.
All right. So, day 2, Big Bend. What's the plan?
The plan? I'll show you. All right, people. So, we are down here in what is called the Big Bend of the Rio Grande. Big Bend National Park is located right at the tip. We started out yesterday in episode 1. We started outside the park here and made our way in. Right about here, is where we saw the dinosaur fossils in the fossil area. Then we came down into the visitor center and then made our way through the scenic drive, but not before stopping at Balancing Rock, which is right up in there. Then we continued down the scenic drive until we got to Santa Elena Canyon Overlook, which was pretty much the highlight of the whole thing. It was incredible. So in this episode, we are starting out in Study Butte. We then will make our way through Big Bend National Park, past Panther Junction Visitor Center again, and make our way down this scenic drive on the east side of the park today. We will go all the way down to the Bequias Canyon, which is just another canyon that the Rio Grande runs through. It seems really cool. Then we're actually making our way back up to right here, Hot Springs Trailhead, which seems like it's going to be a really cool spot. So I'm really excited for that, so let's roll. All right, our first official stop here is the Rio Grande Overlook. I'm assuming it overlooks the Rio Grande, but I don't see the river yet, so I guess we'll find out. Well, I just fell, but we're not going to tell anybody. Moving on.
That's where we're going. All the way down. Little town nestled in this, if that's a town. Boquillas, that's Mexico.
Wow.
Yes, this was the overlook. So I guess we just keep following that road, because I thought there was gonna be a junction. Like, see, it says overlook, but then it's like down here is the visitor center, and then this way is the Boquillas Canyon, but we want the visitor center, which it says is down that. There looks like there's only one road, so I assume it's this one.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, let's do it. It says not safe drinking.
First thing would be we'll do the Boquillas, and then we'll do that hot springs hike is long.
The hot springs hike is long, but that I think would be worth it.
Yeah. No,
It's
we should definitely do it.
We were planning on going to the mines. There's like an
Yes.
old abandoned mine here,
Yeah.
but it's a 20-mile dirt road trip, and they say you need 4-wheel drive to even get there. And of course, our van is only 2-wheel drive, and if we were to get stuck, it would cost a lot of money.
Yeah,
to get us
the
pulled out.
ranger pretty much was like, don't do that.
Yeah.
So
Which sucks, because I really wanted to go out
there's
there.
our answer.
Yeah.
So we can't do that.
Yeah.
But we are planning on doing the really big 13-mile hike to the South Rim, which is going to be an all-day festivity.
Yeah.
That will be like a huge excursion in
Yeah.
itself. So I think that'll make up for it. It's apparently where you could get some of the best views in the park.
The highest point, I think, in the whole park to see everything.
On the
So
South Rim. So
that's going to be awesome.
I think that'll be incredible. But that's a 13-mile round trip.
Yeah.
So we're going to start at the crack of dawn, and
That'll be day 3,
Yeah.
which if you want to see that, you'll have to go to our Patreon.
Ooh.
That'll be exclusive on Patreon. So head over there, $5 a month. Become a member of the Caravan.
Yeah, it's going to be freaking awesome.
But first, we're doing
Boquillas Canyon.
Boquillas Canyon. Let's do that now.
That's Mexico. That little town down there.
Let's see what they got.
Cute. Aww.
Here's a little shop here. We can buy a little
Buquillas, Mexico. So cool.
This is really cool. So the canyon's over here, which is where we're going to drive to next, which I believe the Rio Grande goes right through. But the Rio Grande comes around this way. So right there is Mexico. There's the little town. And here's a little shop here. We can buy a little Mexican-made stuff. Sarah's checking it out now. They have all kinds of cool stuff here.
The price is in dollars.
Okay, good to know. Not pesos.
Oh, these are adorable.
All from that little town over there in Mexico. Okay, let's head over to the canyon.
Very cute. To the canyon.
To the canyon. Heading into the canyon.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, bien. ¿No compra empanadas, tamales?
No,
Gracias.
no thanks.
Got a souvenir in the trails you went in looking cuando you come back.
I never fall. Found it. Bathing suit. We're going to the hot springs. All right, people. We are on a trail right now that is basically just a road. It's just a dirt road, but you're not allowed to drive back on it. But we are heading to the hot springs, which unfortunately it's like the warmest time of the day. So to go in hot springs might not feel that good, but it's better than being 100 degrees out.
Yeah.
It's probably about 70 right now. But the hot springs are supposedly very hot.
Yeah, how hot? Like 110, you said?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how hot.
Oh.
But anyways, we figured we'd take this time to just kind of walk and talk. Tell you a little bit more about our time here.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with the guys on the horses on that last hike that we did.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they are illegally crossing the river on their horses and selling stuff. And I looked it up on the little paper we have, and it says that any of those trinkets that we buy would be considered contraband and would be taken if we bought them. It's illegal for us to buy them in the park. And the guys that were on the horses, you could tell they like perch up on the top of the hill there with a guy just keeping a lookout. But they were selling food, they were selling little trinkets, but it is not legal to purchase from them. It's a good thing we didn't. We were gonna buy a little trinket, but it's actually kind of expensive.
Yeah, it was.
For like a little trinket, it was like
And of
15
course,
bucks.
They only want USD.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, no.
Well, we are in the US, so.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they do that so they can get more money out of you.
Yeah.
So it's very expensive.
Yeah. There is a place where you can cross over into that little town in Mexico. It's actually closed. It's only open, I think, Friday through Sunday.
Yeah, Friday through Monday.
Friday through Monday. I think it's just during business hours. They open it and you can actually cross into Mexico. You have to walk in and you need your passport, but you can walk into Mexico and shop at the little town that's there. And there you're legally allowed to buy their stuff and then bring it back in. But when they come over on their horses and just cross the river, and then they sell it in the national park, it's not exactly the most legal thing. So that's that. That was just something we kind of found out just now.
Yeah, interesting. We just like didn't expect that. Because we haven't seen any other people like selling stuff like that or anything until we got right here.
Yeah,
so.
Right there where it was very easy to cross.
Yeah. I mean, easy both ways. Americans could easily just go over as well. But
Yeah.
Yeah, so another thing we wanted to share with you guys was about the gas. The gas was like insane. We're used to paying like $2.20 and it was like $3.95 in Study Butte. They pronounce it Butte. And then inside the park it was what, $2.83?
Yeah.
So a little bit cheaper, but still pricey. And of course we opted to get it outside the park thinking that that would be better, and it turns out that was the wrong decision.
Good day.
Hey.
Hello.
See, that guy's got his towel. He's ready to go for a swim.
Yep.
I got my towel, and I got my bathing suit on, even though I'm wearing jeans.
Yeah, this man always wears jeans.
Well, I don't want the sun. I don't get burned. We'll go with that. But anyways, what was the other thing? The time zones.
Yeah.
So-
what we didn't realize is that we've been hopping between Central and Mountain Time, and we thought that we were still going to be in Central Time for quite a while. And
At least for the whole national park.
Yeah, and then yesterday when we really got into like the meat of the national park, our time, we gained an hour, and we were like, oh, wait a second. And then all last night at our camp spot, all of today, we've been in Mountain Time. So we were like, oh, okay. So inside the park, we're in Mountain Time.
Yeah, but we're still really not
But
even
it's
sure.
still gonna jump.
Yeah, I think it's still jumping. Like if we're on one side of the park, our phones say one thing.
Yeah. And the service is so bad, so by
Yes.
the time it catches up, we're like genuinely not sure what
Yeah,
time it is.
we don't know.
It's within an hour of each other,
Yeah.
but like we don't know which way.
We
So,
know the sun's coming up, it's morning, it's going
Yeah.
down, it's the evening.
Yeah, and worst case, we just err on the side of it's an hour later. And
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so we're a little confused.
We have
but-
no time schedule to keep anyways,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, so what, who cares?
Yeah. But
yeah, that was another funny thing
yeah.
that we noticed.
So back to right now. We are still walking on this trail. It's a 2-mile road that heads down into the hot springs, and we will
2 miles out, 2 miles back. Yeah.
so, and it's all it is a road, so there's nothing really to show. So we're gonna break with you here, and we'll meet up with you as we take a dip in the hot springs. So one other thing I wanted to mention is the wildlife here. I love seeing the wildlife. We've been looking out for as much wildlife as possible, but the only things we've actually seen, we've seen a couple hawks, some big hawks. I don't even know what kind of hawks they are. But we've also seen coyotes. We saw a couple coyotes, and at night we've been hearing coyotes pretty close to our van. We just haven't gotten to see them at night yet. It's been very dark. And also roadrunners. We actually saw a couple roadrunners. I mentioned in the last video, but one crossed in front of our road yesterday, and we had another one around our van the night before, which was really cool. I've never seen one of those. So we saw Wile E. Coyote and the roadrunner all on the same day. And other than that, there's actually, so they have javelinas, which are like pig-looking things. We haven't seen any of those. Supposedly they're all over the place, but we haven't seen any of those yet. And also, they actually have a Mexican black bear. Was actually not in this area for a very long time and is now starting to migrate back up from Mexico. So there are black bears in this area, which to me is hard to believe. I think of black bear in like the thick woods, not in the desert, you know. The other thing that they have here, which I would love to see, apparently they have 25 mountain lions. They know of 25 mountain lions, and they're probably not in the wide open area like this. I would imagine they're more up in the mountain where it's a little more lush and foresty, and that's probably where the bears are too. We haven't seen either of those yet, and I would love to see a mountain lion. I'm a little scared to see a mountain lion, but I would love to see a mountain lion. But anyways, so that was pretty much all the wildlife I'm kind of interested to see. There are plenty of really cool birds, but for the most part, mountain lion and a bear and a javelina would be awesome.
Hot Springs, just a quarter of a mile.
Yeah, I feel like we're all of a sudden in a different part of the world. That's incredible. So they're around for sure. Wow. I didn't realize it was a picnic table until I came over here. Completely covered in sand. Yeah, cool in the shade of these tropical looking palm trees. But it looks like they have pictographs and petroglyphs
Yeah.
on these rocks somewhere.
We need to keep our eyes peeled.
So we will, yes, definitely keep our eyes peeled for that.
As you walk along the cliff edge, look carefully for the
Oh, right here.
No way. That's freaking awesome.
That is pretty cool. If you guys want to see a lot more of this, head to our Patreon, because we went to Seminole Canyon State Park, which has a lot of these, and it was awesome.
It was incredible.
So head to our Patreon. That video is up on there.
Yes.
Look at these nests. I assume they're birds.
Ew, you think?
I don't think they're bees, but I think those are certain kinds of birds.
Bees around us.
I thought this hike was going to be like nothing to see, just a dirt road. And it turns out to be awesome. Like probably one of the coolest things we've done.
It's It's a hidden gem back here.
Yeah, that's for sure. So this place supposedly used to be an old resort that these people would drive down to basically where those buildings are. And then this was all made for the resort, I think. So people would be able to come to the actual... Oh, there's some more horses. That's awesome.
Yeah, they used to come for the hot springs. It was $1 a night or $6 for the week. Let's keep walking. And 25 cents per dip in the hot spring.
Wow.
Sounds expensive, honestly. That was back in the 1920s.
Wow. I honestly don't know if these horses are wild. This is the Rio Grande, and that is Mexico. Okay, I think I understand. So there's a hot springs. The springs are 105 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's right along, this is the Rio Grande. It's right along the Rio Grande, but they built a building around it. So the old foundation for the building still sits there, and you can go sit in the hot springs in that old foundation. That's pretty cool. So let's go find that. Oh, it's right here.
And there we go.
That's cool.
They also serve like wild game, you know, that you too like elk and stuff like that. It's pretty neat. It's kind of historic, and then they have those are famous and they have stage. They usually have music on Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. Yeah, look up the skyline. It's worth going, and there's a really cool cemetery that you can walk through. Oh, lucky us. We found the expert. Yeah. We just grab it.
How you doing, little buddy? Everything?
Not very comfy. Do you feel renewed?
Yeah, that was a good soak. That is warm. I thought it was gonna be hotter than this,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I guess I did too.
yeah.
Like where you like can't stand to sit in it any longer,
right.
like a
But
hot tub.
even when it's nice out, like warm out, it still felt good.
Yeah.
And then you go into the ice cold Rio
Yeah,
Grande.
that feels good. Yeah.
I don't know if that feels good, but I think it feels good. When you come back into here after that,
Yeah.
it feels hot, like it's tingling on your feet.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
bet.
like hurts.
Yeah.
But very cool. This is also an awesome spot.
Yeah.
The Rio Grande is right there. I mean, that's Mexico.
Yeah. Crazy.
I was swimming in the Rio Grande. How cool is that? How cool. What an awesome spot. I went for a swim in the Rio Grande between the U.S. and Mexico. How awesome is that? It is freezing in there.
Feels good though on a day like today.
It feels
Sit in
good.
the sun for like 5 minutes, pop in the Rio Grande, you'll go right off.
After sitting in 105 degree water,
Yeah.
then going in there. It feels good, but at the same time, I'd rather have the hot water.
Oh, not me.
Got my Mexican socks that we bought in Thailand. All right, let's head back.
Onward. God. Whew. Freaking sweaty. It's hot.
It's getting hot. I think it's in the 70s.
I think it's higher. It said only 70 exactly today, but I think it's warmer than that. At least when you're just out in the beating sun.
Yeah.
Whew. Tomorrow's gonna be 75.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, we are about to head up to the Chisos mountain range, which is in the middle of the park here, right up to the top, to watch the sunset.
Yeah. It's on the Window View Trail. It's only a 0.3 mile little hike that you take out, and then, but apparently it's like the coolest place to see the sunset.
Yeah.
So we're not really sure what time it is, if it's 2:30 or 3:30 or whatever, but since it's kind of early and we pretty much did everything we wanted to do today, we're going to take the time to go and check that place out for sunset tonight.
So we will show you a little bit of the sunset, but we're actually going to leave you here. This will end the video.
And this is the end of the Big Bend series here on YouTube. Tomorrow, day 3, will be up on our Patreon. That's going to be the 13-mile South Rim Trail hike for the best views in Big Bend. So definitely head over to Patreon. Consider becoming part of the Caravan and subscribing for $5 a month, and you will have access to that video and all the other awesome videos that we are posting on there that are not shown on our YouTube channel. So with that, thank you so much for watching.
Hit the like button, subscribe.
And we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.